Everybody wanna know why the bird bath was laid. I was waiting on YouTube to get my effing pepper straight. It's your boy C-Mo the C Mitchell checking in with another bird bath ATL. I sip beer and I know things. Shout out to everybody who chimed in earlier on the test for our live, man. We got a jam-packed show today, man. We got a little bit of an update on James Pearce Jr. and our two stories of the day. The main topics for us for the day are on the two major steals that I see in the draft coming up here for 2026. But first and foremost, we're going to hop in a little bit talking about the James Pearce Jr. updates. If you haven't known by now, if you haven't heard by now, they say that James Pearce Jr. is going to have a status hearing on the 21st, and then the 23rd is his docket date, and that is the last opportunity for him to come up with a plea deal. And if he doesn't come up with a plea deal by then, that means that on 5/4, on the 4th of May, that he will go to trial. They'll go to trial with the whole full case. Now, he still has a chance to enter a plea, and it doesn't look really good for him right now. I will say there is a little bit of precedence for these type of cases with the NFL. A few years ago, Ezekiel Elliott was accused of some type of a domestic dispute. He got 6 games. He wasn't found guilty of anything. And they say for first offenders in the NFL with any of this type of stuff, 6 games mandatory minimum suspension. There was also Antonio Brown, who was allegedly accused of sexual assault allegations or something with a trainer that he had. He got 8 games for that. Then you had, I believe the Steelers also had Cameron Sutton, who was a defensive back. He got an 8-game suspension without pay. I'm not sure if any other guys were suspended without pay, but he especially was given an 8-game suspension without pay. And then the New York Giants kicker a few years ago, Josh Brown, he got a 6-game suspension for, I think, a domestic dispute. Don't quote me on that one specifically, but it was some type of an altercation of either assault or physical assault, sexual assault, or some type of domestic dispute. I'm not sure if he was actually found guilty of that. And a second violation gets the player banned. Now, of course, we know with the Ray Rice situation, there was a video with that, and he was basically kind of banned impermanently. I mean, de facto. And then we saw the Kareem Hunt situation as well, too, where he nudged the girl in the hotel with his foot. So it doesn't look good for James Pearce Jr., but there is a possibility that he could be back this year. I believe, just humbly, that he's probably going to have somewhere between a 6 and 10 game suspension. It doesn't sound really good. Rasheed Jackson is saying things along the lines that she feared for her life and so on and so forth, but we will let it play out in court because everything is alleged. We don't really know what has happened so far. So, moving on though, I want to talk about some of the guys that I like in the upcoming draft. Now, if you're just now tuning in with us, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And make sure if you have hit that like and subscribe button that you hit that notifications bell right down there below, right next to the whole YouTube setup thing or whatever the case is. I drink beer and I know things. I'm trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber by the time the NFL draft comes. And for my 1,000 subscriber, I will have a giveaway for you. It will be a surprise giveaway. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but I promise you I will be having a giveaway, and your boy is going to get slizzard on the show. We will make it a drinking episode. But without further ado, I want to talk about a few of the guys that I like in this draft coming up. And one of those main players that I like, I will say, is Jacob Rodriguez. I really like Jacob Rodriguez. And another guy that I really especially like that, and let me just get the video ready for that. The other person that I especially like is a cornerback, Tacario Davis. And your boy Alberto from the 95 North show, sports show, actually told me to check him out. So we're going to do a little game tape on both of these guys real quickly, man. And we'll start off with some of the stuff I like with Jacob Rodriguez. Now, let's get rid of this right here. Messing up my feng shui, bro. We're going to move this out. Okay. Wrong seam. Now, one thing that I like about Jacob Rodriguez is the speed and the athleticism that he has. You're going to see in some of these tapes, he's got a lot of athleticism. And one thing that I like about Tacario Davis is just his length. He is a 6'4" cornerback who runs a 4.40, and we talked about him in the previous episode. But we're going to get to a little bit of Jacob Rodriguez, who was in the running for Heisman. Now, if you look at him right here, this is where he is on your screen. And this is a run play. You see him just close in. He makes his way into the pile, and he just disappears, but he comes up making the tackle. And we're going to see this a little bit more. That's him at the bottom of the pile right here. Now, that's a really huge thing for him. You see him go into piles, running back stops, dead in his tracks. He's taking on blockers. He's really good at block shedding, and I like his anticipation. He's really good at reading and reacting. I don't really want to talk about the weaknesses that he has as of right now. And you see that again on this play as well, too. Number 10, Jacob Rodriguez. We're going to run that back one more time. And you really like that out of linebackers. You want to get guys who are good at being able to take on blocks with their block shedding. It's right here. You got receivers out there in the slot. Look at him on this play right here. Just drops out in space, reads the tight end, runs with him. Again, that's a void that's going to be left by Caden Ellis a little bit. We've got Divine Diablo out there who can make these type of plays for you. But in the running for a Heisman. Awareness, really good awareness for a receiver. I'm sorry, a linebacker, and you really love that out of a guy coming out of college right away. We really need a guy who's able to read and react and can also blitz. He's a pretty good blitzer as well, but he's more of a space defender and a guy who excels in zone coverage. He can cover a little bit with some of those tight ends. Now, our scheme does not necessarily call for us to run a whole lot of zone coverage. I'm sorry, a whole lot of man coverage with our running backs. So just keep that in mind. But I really get out of him as a player with his full skill sets and capability. We're gonna run a few more plays of your boy. I really like what he's able to bring to the table, though. And then we're gonna go on and we're gonna talk about the cornerback, who I really like. Now look at this. Another pick. These are from his 25 season. You got him right over here. And he just gets into the quarterback's passing line. He can take it back to the house. Now look at him. He's circled right there. Just look at the patience of him. He's seeing right here. He sees this tight end right here, but he doesn't bite the cheese. You got to like that out of the. Now, he's going to have these type of issues when he comes into the league. Quarterbacks are going to try to get him off his spot. They're going to try to play those mind games with the eyes, try to look off the guy. And so that's a huge thing. But if there's something underneath, if you see somebody crossing your face, they tell you this when you're in zone coverage. If there's something coming across your face underneath, there's more than likely something else coming behind you. He just anticipates, stays there bouncing, and he's able to get into that passing lane. I'm going to watch a few more pieces, and then we're going to go ahead and get to some of the comments out there. Shout out to you guys checking in with us. Look at that. Look at how he shoots through that gap. See ball, get ball. No false steps. No false steps. Now, initially they were saying that Jacob Rodriguez was going to be a day 2 pick, maybe a day 3 pick. Now they're saying that he could potentially be a first round day 1 pick. And maybe even a day 2 pick, even potentially as well too. So I really like that. I really like that prospect of getting him as a day 2 pick for the Falcons. We definitely need that linebacker position, but cornerback is also a position that I like as well too. That we could go with, and we could still have that out of. We could still have that with Tacario Davis. So maybe even as a day 2 or day 3 pick as well too. So don't trip. But we're gonna find Jacob Rodriguez right here in this scrum. Bam! Point of contact. That lineman, he's holding on. Hits that lineman, sheds it, gets off the block. Him and Tacario. And look at how they line them up. They're moving them all over the formation and just run them off the edge as a blitzer. Really good with his block shedding. Really good with his block shedding. He played in the SEC, if I'm not mistaken. No, he did not play in the SEC. Texas Tech, I don't believe it. See-ball, get-ball defender, good block shedder, runs well in space, closes the distance on run plays, especially fast. We'll watch one more of Jacob Rodriguez. I mean, just look at that. You got your little bit of a shifty running back. Squares him up. Not out of position. Inside out. Inside out. As a defender, you want to stay on that inside hip of that running back, and you want to box in going out using that sideline as a defender, and you want to, he's flushing everybody to the outside. You got your edge guys setting the edge here. They're all converging on the ball, and that's where you want to be at with that really smart player. But they had his name in the running for Heisman. Look at that. You see a linebacker, he sees ball, he's going to hit this line of scrimmage. Running back doesn't come out the other side. Bam! Scrum stops right there. I really like the prospect of the Falcons being able to get him out there, man. We're gonna hop into this comment section real quick. Man, shout out to Tonio. 803 says at least one or more players from UGA. I agree. Shout out to the homie Trent. Rasheed Rice is still playing. There's your answer. I guess he's talking specifically about the James Pearce Jr. situation. Yeah, Rasheed Rice is still dealing with that situation. Now, I think the Falcons are going to be, it's going to be interesting to see what the Falcons do with that. I think that they might try to take some precedent and try to get ahead of it and maybe even suspend him on his own. It does not look good. Rasheed Rice, I think he's been dealing with a few different type of situations, though, to be honest with you. Trent says Jacob is a beast. Didn't like his 40 time compared to, and my comments are kind of breaking off a little bit. Said didn't like his 40 time compared to our guys. What was the range of 40 times? Let me know what you saw out there, Trent. I thought that he was a 4.5 40 guy. Let me know if I was wrong about that. I thought that he was a 4.5 40 guy though. I could be wrong. I'm not wrong very often, but sometimes it happens. Also, again, I really like Tacario Davis. He's a guy that I'm going to get into. Cool as Dre says, yo, what up, Falcons family? What up to you, Dre, man? Appreciate you chiming in with us, man. Welcome to the Bird Bath. Never seen you really comment before, but, man, I appreciate the love. Keep chiming in with us, bro. And if you haven't, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for us. We need all the love we could get. Small thing to you guys, but huge for us. But we're going to get into... Got my keys backed up a little bit. We're going to break out a little bit of the tape on Tacario Davis. I really like this kid. He's really rangy. He's got really good ball skills. He's really good with press and man coverage. He's got pretty good recovery speed, too. Again, 4.40. I mean, look at this. They say that he could use a few more reps and he could use even more ball hawking. Now, he went to Arizona, but he ended his career, if I'm not mistaken, playing at Washington. But 6'4", 190 something pounds, 196 pounds, lanky frame. But look at that bump and run coverage. Really physical guy, and he likes to come up and tackle as well too. I love cornerbacks who like to tackle. I mean, again, let's run this back a little. Some of these plays back. I mean, a physical defender, man. I'm falling in love with that speed. I mean, he's got pretty good anticipation. They do say that, again, his ball hawking could use a little bit of improvement from. But again, we're looking at highlights. But I really like what I'm seeing, man. And that bump and run in man coverage. But being able to turn around and track the ball, his ball tracking doesn't seem bad. And when he does get beat, it's really hard to get it past him, just because he's such a rangy defender. You're going to see that in a few of these plays as well too. I mean, just look at how he's able to still play in space. This one right here, there's a couple of plays here later in these highlights where he gets beat, and he even see him scoop and score right here as a special teams defender. But there's some plays that he gets beat a little bit. He's still able to kind of go and track the ball and get underneath it. Hell, that one was thrown a little bit over him. Look, not afraid to come and mix it up and step up. You like cornerbacks who come in and who aren't afraid to get physical. I really love that out of cornerbacks. There was a play I saw where, I mean, just look at where he's hawking. Hands aren't the best, but pretty good, man. There's a few plays that I saw where even when he was beat, he was still able to get in position and he was still able to track the ball and being able to run away with it, come back away with the pick. So really hard for teams to just get the ball deep over them. But I really like our opportunities with a guy like that. We could definitely use another cornerback to pair up with AJ Terrell. AJ Terrell himself is 6'1", but having a cornerback who can move like that with that type of speed. Now they say he sits on a lot of underneath routes. There are a few weaknesses to his game. Of course, they're not always showing that. But you guys, let me know what you think about. What you think about the kid, man? Again, I really do like Tacario Davis. You guys let me know what you know about him and what you think about his skill sets as a cornerback. But I definitely feel as though I'd like to see us go with a cornerback in this draft here. Now, you guys did say you want to see at least one or two UGA players. I still like Zachariah Branch. I think that the Falcons are still in a position to go best player available. I would not be mad at all if we went with best player available. We are really setting ourselves up to be able to do that in this draft because we filled a lot of those different positions. And again, like they said, and I'll do some film on Jalen Walker as well too, how we might be able to use him in a multitude of different ways. I really like his skill sets as a off-ball linebacker, but I don't want to take him off from off the ball. I could see us using him on first downs as an off-ball linebacker, with us having some of the additional edge rushers. We have those big edge guys with Zach Harrison and Brandon Dorless, and keep in mind we did just add a defensive tackle. I wouldn't be surprised if we were able to get the other defensive tackle out of UGA as well too. That's not where I'd want to go off top. I'd like to see us add some more journeymen. We've also got Lakel London out there, so we're able to use those big edge guys on first and second down when we're anticipating run. And keep in mind we still got Azeez Oluwari, and then we still have Samson Ebukam as well too. The Falcons have a lot of edge depth this year. That's going to also take care of the fact that we're going to be without Leonard Floyd. At least as of right now, we haven't re-signed Leonard Floyd, and we have Ebukam departing. But I actually like what we've added. I think that we've upgraded at that edge position as well too. But keep in mind, Jeff Ulbrich likes to run a lot of those exotic packages where you have, or at least he did last year, and I think I saw him do it in New York as well too. But he likes to run these exotic packages where you'll have maybe 2 or 3 edge defenders on the field at the same time and maybe 2 other linebackers, and then you're getting your speediest, best pass rushing defensive lineman. And we have a few guys who could do that. Again, Zach Harrison could do that. Brandon Dorless could do that for us. Ruka is pretty good. I really like where Lakel London has been at with it as well, too. Rook's been pretty solid against the pass as a pass rusher, and also been a really good run defender for the most part as well too, at least when they're asking him to do that. He came away with 3.5 sacks last year, if I'm not mistaken. So I really like what the Falcons are doing right now. Defensive heavy right now. Our defense is looking really good, but I like what we're doing. What does it say? T. Terry 310 said, "What's happening? What's going on with you, player, man? Let me know who you thinking about in this draft." Trent says 4.5 40, but we have 4 faster. Man, 4.5 40 is not bad for a linebacker, man. Keep in mind, he's probably still faster than what Caden Ellis was. And I'm not exactly sure what our boy Divine Diablo was. I think he was a 4.5 or a 4.4 40 guy. I mean, 4.5 is plenty fast enough for this NFL. I do believe that Montana State, Troy Anderson, he's a 4.4 40 guy, but he doesn't feel the same way. He's not the type of physical defender that you got out of Jacob Rodriguez. So for that reason, I like him. And keep in mind, he's good against the run, and I think he's pretty solid as a zone coverage guy. We're not looking to have him covering backside of the backfield on wheel routes. And hell, even Jalen Carter wasn't able to do that because, I mean, we had that game against New England where they put a running back. They put a wide receiver in the backfield to get that mismatch with Jalen Walker out there covering him off the edge. And Jalen Walker's kind of done a little bit of that nickel back as well, too, / edge defender as well, too. So you got good offensive coordinators are going to do their best to get mismatch nightmares and try to exploit your rules as best as possible. So that's why it's going to be really good for us to have as many versatile defenders. I also like where we're at with the safeties. I think having a multitude of safeties can help us out in that department. That's also why I really want us to get another cornerback out there. Keep in mind, Billy Bowman is still hurt, still nursing that Achilles, coming back. And Mike Hughes is still, he had some injuries last year. I think he still might be injured right now, still coming back, rehabbing. He's getting a little bit longer in the tooth. It'd be great if we could pair up a younger cornerback out there in this draft with AJ Terrell actually getting a little bit older. And real quick, man, I just want to see how old Tacario Davis is. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to read a couple more comments. Shout out to the chat. Again, if you made it this far, man, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for us. Great deal for us. I really appreciate it, guys, when we're able to get you guys liking our comments and loving what we're doing out here. And those subs, they really boost us a lot. Jay Black says, "Missed the beginning. How are things going, man?" Things are going great, man. Don't worry, you can always rewind, bro. You can always rewind, man. We had a nice jam-packed show right now where we had been talking about Jacob Rodriguez as a potential draft pick. I want you guys to let me know what you think about him. Also, Tacario Davis, I really like him as a cornerback potentially for us as well, too. Let's see, Tacario Davis. I think he's about 22 years old, maybe even 21. 21 years old. So if we're able to get a guy that young, he's able to still put a little bit of weight on him, get a little bit of that grown man strength, get into that weight room a little bit more. And I think matching him up with somebody like AJ Terrell and then Jesse Bates out there, we'd be in a really nice position. I do think that I want to see us get another wide receiver as well, too. So I think it's really going to just depend on where we are. We also could still come away with a few more draft picks, man. Don't be surprised if the Falcons sacrifice a draft pick or 2 next year and they make some pretty good trades. And I don't think that we're going to overpay for our draft picks as well, too. With Ian Cunningham, he seems like he makes very thrifty bargain picks. He's very judicious with his draft picks. He makes pretty good bargains. We just traded with the Eagles for Brown out there at safety, and that's a depth piece. But we got him, and we traded our 4th and 6th rounder, or we swapped our 4th and 6th rounder with the Eagles. Basically, he is like having our 5th round draft pick. So we are definitely shoring up our not only our depth, but when you shore up your depth, your special teams improves, and that was one of the hugest areas of concern for us. Some of our coverage units were not as good as we wanted them to be last year. A lot of people don't take into account, or they at least forget that, there's 3 phases of the game. You have your offense, your defense, and your special teams. That goes with your kicking, your punting, but also your punt coverage teams, your punt return teams, your kickoff return, and your kickoff coverage teams. And you need linebackers and safeties, cornerbacks, and even tight ends, edge defenders. Those are your guys, your speedy, athletic guys that you want to have out there, even wide receivers. And we've done a really good job of that. Again, Zacchaeus, he's a guy that we have out there who could potentially come down and do some coverage for us as well too. Brown, the safety that we got, he's a guy that could come down as a gunner for us as well too. So I really like where we are with a lot of the depth pieces. A lot of people don't like that we've signed so many guys to 1-year deals, but those 1-year deals have definitely gotten us in a place of being able to have some smart veterans, experienced veteran leadership on those special teams. You're not having to really rely on the rookies the way that you would typically before. Last couple of comments, and we're gonna get up out of here. Jay Black says, "Bet yes. Make sure you chime in. Go back and rewind, bro. We did a little film study out there, man. So let me know what you think about the guys, and let me know you guys that you want." Jake Slaughter, Trent says, "I'm gonna check out Jake Slaughter as well too, man. I'm gonna check out Jake Slaughter." You also said Ian is a clearance shopper. I don't even think we are re-signing our own guys. LOL. Who do you think we're not gonna re-sign? Let me know who you think we're not gonna re-sign. And what round is Jake Slaughter gonna go in? I think he's a center. Let me see what his projection is. I've been hearing about him, and I've heard good things so far. Let me see what his draft projection is. He said, "You see the clip of Brown pushing that guy down over and over on special teams. We got some special teams aces out there." I agree. They're saying that Jake Slaughter is a top 100 pick in the NFL draft. I mean, I don't know what that really means specifically, but they're saying somewhere between a late 1st and a mid 4th round guy. I don't think that centers typically go that high in the 1st round. 2nd or 3rd round for sure. But it'd be nice to get him out there. I know you were asking, are we going to let Newsel go or not re-sign him? Newsel wasn't bad. I don't think that the center is an area of need, but it'd be nice if we had a guy drop. I would like to see us be able to shore up that offensive line for the near future. Also keep in mind, Jeff Ulbrich, not Ulbrich, Stefanski recently was talking about Caleb McGary's status coming back this year. He said that he's definitely expecting him to be out there and ready for training camp, and he would be surprised if he didn't start week 1, if he was not able to get back week 1. Caleb McGary is one of the better run-blocking offensive tackles in the league, and he's also going to be the de facto blindside tackle on this team, no matter who the quarterback is, because keep in mind, both Tua and Penix are left-handed quarterbacks, so that right side is going to be the blind side. So much better than where we were at with Christian Wilkinson last year. Much more of an upgrade, and we're going to have Storm Norton back as well, too, if I'm not mistaken. Jay Black says, "We looking good for the draft. Let Ian cook." Agree. Ian is cooking the hell out of it, man. Garçon. Compliments to the chef, man. Also, guys, stay tuned. We're going to have a draft party. I'm not having a draft party, but we will be at a draft party. One of my favorite frenemies, who I pay for IPTV from, is a Tampa Bay Bucks fan. He's going to be having a draft party and working out something where we can do a live watch along and stream during the draft. And I'll kind of get you guys' thoughts. We'll pregame during that as much as possible. If you're going to be here in Atlanta, holla at me. We're going to be at Twin Peaks in Buckhead, if I'm not mistaken. We'll be at Twin Peaks. That's where the draft party has been every year so far. So I really love that. Trent says, keyword run blocking. We can do way more. We're too talented. We need new schemes. Utilize these big hogs. And I believe you're right about that. We're going to have a lot more. We're going to be a lot more run-heavy team this year. I think we're going to have a lot more play action as well, too. Stefanski really loves to run, pound the ball. So we'll see what's up with that. Jay Black says, sound good. Sounds good, C-Mo. Jay Black, let me know if you're here in Atlanta as well, too. Trent, I know you was talking about moving out this way as well, too. Let me know where you're at with that, man. I'd love for any of you guys to tune in with us when we hit that draft party as well, though. But that's our time for today, guys. Again, if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notifications bell. Comment in the section, man. Let me know once the video publishes. Tell me in the comments who you want to see the Falcons go with in the draft. Let me know if you think that we're going to make any different trades with that. Let me know what positions you're hoping that we go for. Right now, again, I think we're in a really good position to be able to go best player available, though. It's your boy C-Mo, the C Mitchell, checking out for Bird Bath ATL and Point Game Official. Oh, and before I get out of here, I want to get you guys' thoughts, man. Me and the boy Doe Smitty, we're talking about actually doing a broader NFL weekly recap show where we're going to be talking about a lot more of the NFL, just what's going on around the NFL in general. Let me know if you guys want to see that, man. We're definitely expanding with Point Game Official, talking more about just the broader NFL in general. I'm going to be having some more videos also about our top 10 running backs of all time, top 10 receivers of all time, waiting on Hightower. Guys, hit Hightower in the comments. Hit Hightower top 10 in the comments if you want to see us drop our all-time list for running backs, receivers, quarterbacks, and defensive players as well too. But stay tuned, man. We're gonna be hitting it all off season after the draft and even before the draft as well too. But let me know if you want to see us come up with another. We're gonna be doing another podcast potentially that's gonna be talking about other NFL moves and free agent signings, draft pick signings, other moves around the NFL as well too. Let us know if you want to see us do that as well too. It'll be separate from the Bird Bat, but it will still be on Point Game Official. We out this Mickey Ficky. Deuces!